Welcome back, new viewers and gamers. It is time for another Pokemon Violet Fun Stuff vid, and today there's a new event of Sandy Shocks and Iron Thorns, so let's click start the raid and begin. Now, before we truly begin, I do gaming content like this all the time, and if that's your type of thing, please consider subscribing and following the channel. It really does help out the community. Plus, it's free and you can always change your mind later on. Thank you, and let us truly begin. Alright, I got my Rock Ogre Pond that I'm normally using on my Sandstorm team here, because I think it deals with these guys the best. Not only does Grass resist both electric and, actually, yeah, Grass doesn't resist rock. Oh no, I'm weak to Pin Missile, I forgot about that, but it's okay. Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, we're fine. And besides, once I terrestrialize, I can get my defense buff, and I won't have to worry about that. And thanks to it not being loaded dice, that's also a good alternative plus. It'll set up electric terrain decently early into the fight, too. Raising mostly its attack, but I think it can raise its defense as well. Depending on how its, like, IVs and stuff line up. That Iron Thorns be cursing up a storm. Alright, oh wait, no, I don't want to use Horn Leech. Rock-type Ivy Congeal. And +2, this will hit quite hard. And a critical hit, nice. Only hit 2 Pin Missiles. Actually, no, this is gonna hit pretty hard now. Ah, I'm dead. I died. Oh no. Alright, clearly Rock Ogre Pond was not the best option. I was using a Gliscor earlier, because Gliscor does resist... Actually, no, it doesn't resist rock. Hello, Dark Prince Travis. How you doing today? I wouldn't say assistance is needed. No. And it is immune to the electric type moves. Plus, Power Flying type, you can hit those bug types are super effective. I'm doing pretty nicely myself. Alright, he is burned at the very least. And just best to go for the rock type Ivy Congeal. It is weak to rock, but this thing has Pin Missile. Alright, that's fine. It looks like somebody took away... Oh wait, the burn. That's why. Alright, doing around the same amount of damage as doing before. Ah, you don't have a loaded dice. Back off. Hey, we're at full HP. There's a chance. There is a chance. It'd be surprising how good coverage Rock, Electric, and Bug is. Bug deals with any of the types that might resist Electric or Rock, so mostly Grass, but yeah. Actually, I think it's Ground that takes both, yeah, Ground. Perhaps a Ground Steel type would be good. If only a Ground Steel type, you know, can hit Bug for super effective. I think Iron Treads can be pretty decent here, or Escadrille. Wait, there's a chance. There's a chance, hold up. We terrestrialize, can we break the shield? Can glitching work here? Okay, the Ogre Pond form nobody uses. It is one of the best type combos, that makes sense. Wait a minute, I think we win this. Yes, the power of glitches, we actually win. We already won Iron Thorns, you ain't doing anything with that. And I'm not a Grass type anymore, you loser. Also, he's still burned, he didn't take away that sass effect. He just hit 5 times, come on, man. Who do you think you are, a loaded dice, Roaring Moon? No. I don't need to catch this. I already have a Terra Bug. Iron Thorns. Let's see if we can find a Sandy Shocks. I did catch one off screen already. Greninja's weak to electric type moves. That's not good. And those bug type moves. Or that too. Oh yeah, I didn't think of that. Fun fact, did you know a Selger, which is not in this game, could learn Water Shuriken? Ever since Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, weirdly enough. But anyways, yeah. Poison Dark, it is one of the, like, the top 10 best, whatchamacallit, type combos. Oh, hey, look at that. Tera Ice, Sandy Shocks. Actually, Tera Ice is really good for it. Hit those pesky grass types are super effective. One thing I've noticed about Sandy Shocks, and I was using it on my Solgaleo team, no matter what Tera type it uses that actually might be good for it, it'll always keep one of its weaknesses. Now, Electric Ground, that is weak to... what? Ice, Water, Grass, and, Ground types. Whoop-de-doo, you're weak to your own type. So, no matter, like, if you're Tera Ice, you're... well, actually, that doesn't share any of its weaknesses, bad example, but... Tera Electric is best for it because you can get rid of most of its weaknesses, plus you get your power boost. If you go Tera Grass, you're gonna resist Water and other grass moves, yeah, but you'll still be weak to Ice. Same with Dragon. And if you go Tera... if you go Tera Dragon, now you're weak to Ice. Or if you go Tera Grass, sure, now you resist the Grass and Water moves, but you're again still weak to Ice. It's a little annoying. Kind of hard to find it. Actually, if you go Tera Flying, you're still weak to Electric. You'll resist those pesky Ground and Grass type moves, but now you're still weak to Electric, which is really stupid in my opinion. It's one of those Pokemon that has a lot of good Tera types, but they're also decently hard to use at the same time. Yeah, it's pretty much the same thing as Electros. That's most electric types, let's be real. That don't have Levitate. Alright, what was I gonna use against you? Your Tera Ice. I could use a Grass type against you, as long as you don't have Tera Blast. You don't naturally learn any Ice type moves. Grass... Fire? I've heard Skullvillain's been doing real good and competitive lately. Grass, Steel... wait, Ferrothorn doesn't exist in this game. Oh, it's Grass fighting. Excuse me. I got a Breloom, I think I can use. Where's my Breloom? Or Chestnut. Nah. Yeah, why don't we use Breloom over here? Yeah, we got a Shinpao on our side. Yeah, Fan Rotom having... I mean, it only has Levitate because the other Rotom forms already have it. It being Power Flying time probably wasn't the best game design decision. They could have at least changed its ability. Something like that, yeah. A different ability. In other words, so it's not redundant. Heck, fun fact, in Pokemon Showdown, I think back in Generation 7, if you went on to random battles, there was a small chance you'd probably get a Rotom flying form with an air balloon, just to be a troll. Alright, you're asleep now, even though sleep's not the best status condition to use in raids, but that's okay. You can at least save the others one turn. And turns are very important no matter what thing of Pokemon you're playing. Raids, competitive play, one-player modes. Oh wow, he's already dead. Neat. I'm gonna catch another Sandy Shocks just in case I ever need one in the future, and this is the second to last Sandy Shocks I'm catching. Sandy Shocks is considered the worst of all the Paradox forms, pretty much, but even then it's still decent. Just shows how good they are. Throw him an Illusory Ball. Yeah, they do. As a Violet player, yes, I can concur. The Scarlet forms, or the past Paradox forms, are much better shiny-wise than the future ones. Not all the future ones are bad, just the past ones are a bit more creative, let's just say. And Ability Capsule, neat. Cardon Shiny, too bad it is Shiny locked at the moment, but yeah, just like with Eternatus and the Doggos in the previous generation, they'll likely just save it for some sort of event or something before the game ends and we get Generation 10 in like 2 years. In 2026. Imagine what a past Magnezone form would look like. Yeah, it makes sense that it's a past Magneton form instead of Magnezone form. They would have likely not needed to evolve into Magnezone back then. It's the same with Jigglypuff and Screamtail. Alright, anyways. Anybody else have a nice raid up? Hello, Hundo Hunter. How are you doing today? Another Tera Raid Sand Shocks. Might as well fight it. I'm doing pretty decently myself. Just getting in this event before it ends. That does sound like a bug to me. It's not like if he's assigned as your bike, he shouldn't be able to be used. I mean, you can't decide him as one of your main Pokemon, but I'd rather not do that. I already got a separate Miraidon for that. Alright, I guess we're not fighting this one. Let's go look for another Iron Thorns. I mean, if you're saying at one point that suggests that I was fixed at some point, it should be fixed. I mean, glitches are just a part of games. Every game, no matter how well balanced or, no matter how polished the game is before release, every game is going to have some, like, bugs or glitches. It's actually kind of part of the fun of playing a game sometimes. Anyways, Mischievous, get out of my way. I don't want my Eviolite Mischievous just yet. Where's that Tera Bug Raid I just saw? There's a TM over here. I want that. Always gotta pick up every single TM you see. And kill that Flittle real fast. What do you mean you're too tired? Kill the bird thing. I need some of those pieces for later TMs. Now, let's just make sure we're going the right way. I was going the wrong way. Part of me wants to fight that as Pathro, but we're not gonna. Alright, Iron Thorns, Tera Bug. Alright, now let's think of a different Pokemon we can bring here. Volcarona certainly wouldn't be good. No, I'm good. Okay. Let me know when you're back. Yeah, fire types are no go here. That's so annoying. I have a Swords Dance Infernape, right? Actually, no, maybe I'll use a Blaziken instead. I have a Swords Dance Blaziken with Focus Sash. Here it is. That's Tera Fire. Let's use this man. Let's start the raid. We ain't gotta wait for people out here. Alright, no, I'm good. I don't need another Sandy Shocks. If I'm ever in need of a Sandy Shocks for a new team, I'll let you know, though. I really wish we had about 40 boxes in this game, but we don't. Alright, Swords Dance. Oh, I thought you already had one on hand. Actually, you know, if you still have that raid, then yeah, let's make a Union Circle real quick and we can do it together. Alright, Swords Dance again. I'm gonna be made much faster. Now, let's hope this Stone Edge doesn't high roll. We're good, we're good. Stop cursing, man. Cursing ain't right. Yeah, I'm one to talk. I'm cursing all the time. Alright, set up your electric terrain. Oh, you can always just use the code too. That's fine. Might honestly be quicker that way too. Alright, temper flare. Have sun boosted. You're weak to this. Ah, that didn't do as much as I thought it would. Uh oh. No, Blaziken. My spicy wings is dead. They discontinued the buffalo wings and stuff at the store. The Kanto fried chicken. Alright, here we go again. I think it's just better that I attack than we can terrestrialize at the end of this. That might be the smarter move. Earthquake, I don't like that. Get me to my sash. Ah, dang. I mean, it depends. How many Saint Shosh Raids do you have? Alright, good miss. Very clutch miss. We're very fast. I think I could do at least one more fainting, and that's okay. Yeah, 5 of them? We could always alternate between them, and if anybody else joins, we can always let them in. Alright, that's fine. Kill me with Earthquake. Yeah, Zeta Shocks is a lot easier to deal with than these Mecha Tyranitar's. 4 each. 4 Iron Thorns and 4 Sandy Shocks. Especially these Iron Thorns, because, man, they're annoying. Who knew the typing of Rock, Bug, and Electric would be this hard to deal with? There are, like, very few things I think resist that trio of attacks. Like, I mean, and can hit it for super effective. I mean, there's Iron Treads, I guess, but now you're weak to the Earthquake as well. Now, let's see how many of these raids that I have, besides this one I'm sitting right in front of. I already did one earlier in the episode. Alright, you got that one up there. You got that one right there, that's 3. I only have about 3 available ones. Yeah, nope, just 3 of them. I don't know, the Tera Fire one doesn't seem half bad. If you don't care about still being weak to both ground and water. I don't know. Yeah, let's make the Union Circle together. Why not? I shall make the code. Well, I guess because I have the map a certain way, or you might have the map a certain way on your screen. Union Circle form a group. Yeah, I think my map's just twisted upside down from its angle, that's all it is. But your code is Y23J5Q. Alright, here we go. If anybody else would like to join, here's your chance. Going once. Going twice. Sold to the young man in the front. We're getting going. And while we're at it, I've got my Mewtwo team planned as well. I'm not done making it just yet, but I got my Mewtwo team ready. Or not ready, but I'm building it. I got at least 4 of those team members ready. Anyways, let's go look for our raids. I mean, I know Mewtwo's heavily outclassed by a certain horse, or a certain rabbit thing in its horse, but... Alright, this raid isn't mine. It's outclassed by a certain rabbit thing in its horse, but it's still got its uses. Stuff like this kind of makes me wish we still had Mega Evolution sometimes. Yeah, the Shadow Horse, I mean, not the Ice one. Like, because they both get Unnerve, and Calyrex has a higher special attack stat, and it's much faster. Better, well, I'd say Ghost and Psychic is definitely not the best type combo, but it's definitely better than Pure Psychic, I'd say. Pure Psychic's a little bland. Yeah, because it's 2 abilities in 1. Like, they both get Unnerve, but then you also get what's essentially a special Moxie, so... yeah. I mean, Mewtwo has more coverage options over it, but that doesn't really help it much. And here's the Mewtwo right here. Just spoilers right now. There's its stats. Take a nice long look at them. You got that? Okay. Anyways, what shall we use against this? Maybe it's time to use the Baby Tortoise. Actually, the Baby Tortoise, excuse me, can actually be pretty decent here. Let me get my Terapagos for my Terapagos team. And yes, I'm using Amoonguss on that team, and I don't like using Amoonguss. I think it's passive. Let me give this a try. The Baby Turtle should help us. Again, I really don't see the appeal of using Amoonguss so much. I just find it so passive. I have an idea for making a more offensive Amoonguss. That's Tera Ghost with Hex. Surprised more people haven't used something like that, maybe. Yeah, probably just not enough room in the moveset for it. Or they just didn't think it was decent enough. Maybe it's also my playstyle that makes me think that Amoonguss is just so passive. Alright, I have Meteor Beam. I probably should save Meteor Beam, actually, for after he takes away our stat buffs. I think that's the smarter move. Super Still, ha, you missed! Oh wait, never mind. That won't do anything. Alright, Tera Starstorm, just to get some damage off. Alright, still not doing much damage even after the Tera Shell, that's nice. And we have a Leftovers Recovery. And my Tera Shell is reactivated. Oh no. Not the grassy terrain. It took so much work to set that up. I'm just realizing Arbolive is a really good partner for these. Save my Tera Starstorms. I've been seeing Terapagos really dominate competitive play too. A lot of them have been winning very nicely. Alright, Tera Shell pops again. Does even less damage than before. There goes your electric terrain. He's cursing again. Use that as Cell Rock. I can Terastallize, might as well just do it now. Before you can take away my Terra Charge. The power of Terastallization himself. You'll be fine, your sacrifice will not be in vain. Tera Starstorm. Alright, does quite a number of damage. Earthquake, that won't do anything because we have a lot of HP. Honestly, how Perfect Zygarde back in Generation 7 should have worked. Once it was in its perfect form, it would heal up the HP. Kinda like it does in that frickin' Tera Raid. Oh boy. I'm just getting those Vietnam flashbacks right now about that. Did you take away my Tera Charge? It'd be nice if you did, actually. Or not my Tera Charge, my stat boosts. I don't have a single point in special attack, and that's still doing so much. And people said Terrapagos was going to be bad when this thing first came out. Man, they lie. They lie. They don't know what they're talking about. You know, just Meteor Beam now. I don't really care anymore. Power me up. And Power Herb. This is going to hurt you far more than it hurts me, good sir. Oh wait, I thought it missed for a second. Doesn't kill the shield, but that's okay. Alright, +1 Terra Starstorm. Which is why I prefer this set over this Choice Spec set. Sure, it takes an extra turn of setup, but you'll have more flexibility in the moves you need to use depending on the situation, which is why I like it more. Oh, now you take away my stat buffs. You know what, it's a little too late for that. It doesn't matter. Kinda hate how slow this attack is. That's, like, one more Terra Starstorm could still kill from here, actually. And that's the game. Yes, we got him this time. You Iron Thorns have given me enough problems. It was always best, like, hey, if you got a sliver, you got a chance, take that chance, as they always say. Alright, let's go find another one of these raids. I've only got 2 more left. Go to this one. You're thinking Grimne is Spectre's version of the ability. Alright, where is my bug raid? It should be this way. Nintendo, fix your damn Joy-Cons already. Alright, there we go. Alright, it's up. I'll do it. Terra Ground Sandy Shocks. I know exactly who we'll use. The ultimate grassy snake. This one. Since grass types resist both ground and electric, it'd be good to take advantage of this. And I can just hit him back with a few Leaf Storms, and I can use his gravity against him, making my Leaf Storm more accurate. Or I could have just ran Widelands if I really wanted to, but yeah. You are immune to electric, yes. That can help you a lot. Though the 2 times ground type hit could be, well, maybe not that big a problem. I mean, you know what? You want to know what my favorite Swampert sets have always been? Assault Vested sets. I see Assault Vest, yeah. Assault Vest will help you plenty here. Alright, lower his attack, that's not going to do anything. Swampert's just so cool, man. More people need to use it. I almost want to run some sort of a Swampert team in VGC. So people know how cool it is. Leftovers. Get to offset some of your damage. Your HP is an error? Must be a bit of a glitch going on. That's max HP, that isn't an error. That's Swampert's maximum HP. I should know, I have a Swampert with that HP value. Oh, Aeroform. Okay, I didn't think of that. Photosynthesis, special attack. That's fine. Alright, one more. We'll Leaf Storm, and then we can Stellar Terrastalize. Stellarastalize, if you will. The power of the earth. Awaken! That still did nothing, haha. Superior is superior to you, huh? Get it? Okay, I'll see myself out. And now you die. I kinda wish they had like a grass-type version of stored power or something. Kinda like Power Trip, that'd be sick. Superior would make such good use of that attack. You will see the power of the Stellar Terra type. I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of this type myself, but you can't deny its usefulness. I think it feels like a Terra type mostly made for raids, though. You could use it for competitive play too, I guess, but mostly feels like it was made for raids. And then he takes away my stat buffs. You're salty, that's why. Special defense drop, not the best. Not the biggest fan of that, but that's okay. And double powered Leaf Storm. Now you die. Alright, next up will be another one of my... Yes, I do like your Swampert. Next up will be one of my Iron Thorns. Swampert is the best of the Hoenn starters, after all. I mean, the other two Hoenn starters are super cool as well, so... Probably, like, along with the Gen 4 and the Gen 7 starters, probably the only starter sets where all three of them are really good in their own rights. Because in my opinion, at least for now, like, who knows, maybe Generation 10 will change this. Hey, if you think Blizz can score, that's awesome. But, in my opinion, like, Gen 3, 4, and 7 have the best starter sets, like, fully evolved starters. Now, middle stage evolutions, on the other hand, all three have the Alolan starters middle stage. Well, Torracat's okay. Brionne and, what was the other one? And Dartrix suck. I don't like those two. Yeah, this Mega looked like he could arm wrestle, like, Machamps or something. Like back when Oris was coming out, I was in middle school. I used to make jokes about, man, this thing, like, Mega Swampert's about to have an arm wrestling match with a Machamp or something. Like, look at him, he's built. Bro, be benching. He'd be taking them protein shakes and everything. Whereas a lot of people would say he's just a Swampert on steroids. Makes a lot of sense. It really does. Alright, I used the baby turtle before. I will use the baby turtle again. Proven to be very useful. Hey, there we are. Did you know, actually, if you use a Zoroark to have Illusion on a Terrapagos, it'll actually show up in battle in its baby form. It won't show up in its Terra form. Which is technically the only way we can get baby form Terrapagos in battle. You know, without it transforming into its other form. I learned that from the Pimp Knight channel. If you didn't know who he is, you should go look him up. Subscribe to him, but before you do, don't forget to subscribe to me as well. And when I say subscribe, I mean on YouTube. Alright, here we go. Yes, bring the croc. The baby turtle is about to show you why it's the strongest. That Intimidate is actually going to be proving very useful. For a little bit. Let's get some Terrestrialization going. Alright, Tera Shell. Alright, Stellar Tera Star Storms. Get some extra damage off. Actually, it's pretty good that the Arcanine keeps fainting. We keep getting Intimidates off. Also, are they hurling star bits at us again? The Stellar Terra thing with Tera Star Storm. It'll kind of look like little star bits from Mario Galaxy 1 and 2. I'll bring up the electric terrain. I'm okay with that. Alright, he rose his defense this time. Not gonna be useful here, I'm afraid. Alright, Tera Shell. Which I believe means that even after the first hit, it'll keep hitting like it's not very effective. That way you got a crit. Remember back in Generation 1 where if you hit a multi-hit move, and any of the hits are a crit, the rest of the hits will be crits too? That was pretty broken back then, especially with how crits worked in Gen 1. Being based on your speed stat. Alright, full heal again, and now we Terra. Meteor Beam. I kinda wish more Pokemon could get Meteor Beam. It's such a strong move. I hope Electro Shot ends up becoming more useful to other Pokemon later. That'd be sick if that becomes available to more Pokemon. And it probably will, knowing those signature moves. Alright, there goes your Cork Drive. You ain't allowed to have that. Alright, Power Herb. And wait a minute, I thought I missed for a second. Anytime I see that pause, I just instantly think that I missed. Alright, too late to take away my Terra Charge, because I have it right here. My +1, Tera Star Storm. Look at that damage. Time to finish this indeed. Yes, Blast Burn, blow him up. About to be the world's strongest Blast Burn. Yeah, you could not take the heat. If you can't take the heat, stay out of the kitchen. Alright, next one of your Sandy Shocks raids, if you please. And another ability capsule. Gonna need those for the time being. If anybody else has any, like... I already know, like, 5 of the 6 Pokemon I'm gonna use on my Mewtwo team. But, does anybody, like... I'm looking to use a fighting type on my Mewtwo team. Like a fast fighting type. Anybody got any ideas? I was thinking between either Sneasler... excuse me... or Palmot again, like I have on my Kyogre team. It has to be a physical attacker, too. Specifically physical attacking, whatchamacallit, fighting type. Got plenty of other special attackers on the team along with Mewtwo. I don't want to give away too much information on my team, though. Unless I already have it, I just didn't realize it, I don't know. Fast fighting type. Well, there is Blaziken, but I'm already using another fire type on the team. And that happens to be another fire starter. I think it would be pretty easy to guess which one, since it's so often used. Yes, Incineroar, might as well not hide it. Alright, your raid is here. Alright, Tera Ice. Would be a time where I can't use, whatchamacallit, I can't use Superior. So. No, Incineroar. Skilly Dirge, I already got... I think I already had a Ghost type planned on this team. Forgot which one. Oh, there's Lucario, I guess. But Lucario isn't considered all that good in VGC. I could still give it a try, though. Blasted Joy-Con. Base 90 is okay, I guess, but we're gonna need faster than that. It gets outsped quite easily by whatchamacallit. Gets outsped pretty easily by like things like Chi-Yu and stuff. Now I've already got Mewtwo. Alright, for a Tera Ice Sandy Shocks, what shall we use? Alright, Fire isn't good, neither is Rock, neither is Steel. Well, damn. No, I think we use Breloom, actually. Where is my Tera Rock Breloom? Here we go. Oh, you know, I was thinking of Iron Hands. It also gets Fake Out, too, so I might actually have to go with that. Yeah, there's Gallade as well. People have been using Gallade. Alright, put you to sleep. You take your discharge. I'm not using the wrong room, am I? No, I'm not. Definitely not. Okay. I don't know, that HP stat just looks a little off. We're poison healed. Alright, Flash Cannon won't do much at all. Now heal from the poison. Yep, he's not gonna live that. He'll do quite some damage. Oh, wow. By quite some damage, he literally gets obliterated. +6 plus its added effects, powered up by the sun. Oh boy. Well, our Calcum Pulse's effect, not exactly the sun itself, but yeah. Yep, and stab that too. Alright, next will be my raid sitting over here. And here you go. Time to get the baby tortoise again. Yep, the bike is very powerful. You don't want to underestimate him, not at all. thinking I might just use normal Jib Sneasler again. Excuse me. Ah, my nose. I hate it when people say that, or when I say it myself. There was another Pokemon besides the 4 I already have planned that I was going to use on here, and I had it on my Pokemon Showdown team. And I can't seem to find it since Pokemon Showdown decided to change my team to how it was before without saving. I guess Pokemon Showdown has a save feature I don't know about. That's how I tend to map out my teams anyways. Oh, Dragapult, that's right. I wanted to use Dragapult on this team. I best remember that. But yeah, that's why I want to round it off with a good fighting type. Alright, D-Gleam again. I have to round it off with Iron Hands, actually. With Stone Edge? It would make sense. Stone Edge does have a higher chance to crit. I'm surprised you don't have, like, an electric type move that's like that. Oh well. Starbits. And according to Super Mario Galaxy lore, Starbits taste like honey, so... Every time Terapagos uses Terra Starstorm, does that mean it's hitting him with honey? I don't know. Alright, set up that electric terrain, that means nothing. Because I can get rid of it and you won't be able to set it up for the rest of the game. Thank you for the heal cheer, and now you will fall by the power of the Toitus. This is his true power. And you know this form isn't going to show up in future games. Just like with Ultra Necrozma, and just like with Eternamax Eternatus. Alright, Iron Thorns, you're done so. Not as done as I thought you would be. Oh yeah, Legend ZA, Mega Rayquaza coming back. I think, our Lord and Savior. I mean, either that or it might be a Hoenn exclusive thing, but all the Megas. Who knows, maybe we'll get a Legends Paldea in 10 years. And we see Terapagos with this form again. Or Legends Terapagos, that'd be sick, actually. I don't know, we're gonna have to wait a good decade or so before we see that, but yeah. Alright, there goes your shield. Oh, that's fine. You're dead next turn. Yep, the world's strongest blast burn was coming your way. That's the thing about those type of moves. Like, back in Generation 7, you can use those moves for, like, base 200 power Z moves, which was pretty awesome back then. In Generation 8, you could use those with max moves, which would make them at their strongest. Pretty sick, huh? They're actually pretty viable for finisher strategies in competitive play. You could probably do the same with VGC, too, as, like, an endgame thing if you really need to secure a KO. I just want to give it a try myself, actually. Yeah, those moves are just so strong, but the trade-off is just so, you know, their drawback, I mean, is very hindering, let's just say, which is why that move sadly doesn't get much usage. They're so cool, man, like Hydro Cannon and Hyper Beam and Frenzy Plant, they're all such cool moves. Too bad because of their horde drawbacks, nobody wants to use them. I always wish, you know what they should do? You know how Hyper Beam used to be back in Generation 1, where if you managed to KO an opponent with it, you didn't have to worry about the rest turn? They should either interwove that back into these moves, or they should make like an ability that kind of goes against that. So it's like, we should call that ability Relentless. If you manage to get a KO with it, you don't have to worry about the reset turn. Like, that would actually be a pretty decent ability. It would and for whatever Pokemon that would get those abilities, or Onslaught, that's a pretty decent name too, actually. That might be better than Relentless. But, or Restless. That name works too. None of these Power Rose are shiny. Tireless is pretty decent too, actually. Like, I really hope that becomes an ability at some point in the future. I'm surprised it hasn't yet. Heck, Pokemon Showdown, there's a... Pokemon Showdown is a Fakemon thing. Like, the cap tier or whatever the hell it's called, where you can use Fakemon on Pokemon Showdown. Like, think about it like the workshops and Rivals of Either. I guess people make their own, like, Fakemons on there. And there's this one Pokemon that has an ability called Persistent, which will add 2 extra turns to move effects like Encore, or Trick Room, or Tailwind. So, like, I hope we get an ability like that at some point. I know moves like Tailwind will certainly get a lot more, well, they're already getting a hell of a lot of usage, but they'll be even more broken with that. I always feel like Tailwind needs a bit of a nerf, though. Like, instead of doubling your speed, it should only raise your team speed maybe 1.5. I don't know, I just think it's way too broken and way too overused, as much as I like using it myself. Yes, I'm ready for another one-hit KO. So much so, I'm gonna bring my own bike wherever he is. Hold up. Here he is. Here's the Terrifier bike. Too bad mine doesn't have Swords Dance. Yeah, Collision Course is a very strong move. Same with Electro Drift. Been seeing Miraidon take on a bunch of different things. Scale Rex. Leave it to Uncle Scale Rex. He'll show you a thing or three. Yeah, Flare Blitz sucks here. Recoil moves are the absolute worst in raids. Might even just let you keep charging and get an attack boost off. Or use the attack tier, I mean. Haha, I have a clear amulet, you fool, so it looks like it did come in handy. By the power of friendship. Gravity. Not really useful here, but whatevs. Yep, absolute overkill indeed. And this man is gonna get hit so hard his ancestors will feel it. Oh wait, he already is an ancestor. Just attack tier again, I can't really do anything else. And now you die. Alright. And a Modest Mint. Just used up one of those earlier today. Yeah, no, if you can get the setup, it'll actually work just fine. Heck, that's viable strats for 7-star raids. I remember when we had the Inteleon raids, I was using Golden Go, and I just kept spamming Nasty Plot. It works just fine. If you can get all 3 Sword Stances off, yeah, it's viable. I'm gonna see what else I have right now. If this damn drifting would stop. I'm gonna go over to the mountains in Monterevera, where I normally train. Just because I got a lot of things to sell. And yes, I've been killing more Duraludons off screen for money because I'm poor. I just want to do some BBQs. Anyone down for BBQs? I need to replenish some of my LP anyways. Or not LP, BP. Alright, so... Alright, let's do it. Because we're pretty much out of raids anyway, so might as well. While we have a little time. Yes, the memes. Alright, I'll go the opposite direction then. Actually, I'm gonna go take a vacation. That's what we're gonna do. I say take a vacation, I went to the savannah biome. Wow. Anyways. Nah, who cares? Maybe a vacation to Africa makes a lot of sense, right? African savannas? Are you lost? No, I'm not. Or are you talking to that Chansey? I don't know. I don't know, and I don't care. Alright, anyways, besides catch a Pokemon, what else can we do here? Oh, look at that, we're already almost to another set of points. That's the Tera Fairy Rapska, I think. Yeah, Trapinch, don't want to fight him. Just catch this weak old Deerling. Always gotta release them afterwards. That's not what I wanted to use. Oh well. Alright, and the repeat ball worked anyways, nice. Alright, I'll catch a fighting type for 2 next time. Ah, blast it, I don't have any eggs. I don't have any eggs to scramble, man. Alright, get rid of you. I know this is kind of cruel of me as a Pokemon trainer to do, but it must be done. Alright, neat. Oh, to make a TM, I can go. God, the stupid Joy-Con drift. Fix your controllers already, Nintendo. Good lord. I really hope the next Nintendo console doesn't have this issue. Seriously, I have GameCube controllers that are like 20 years old that don't do this shit. Hell, my 3DS back when I was in middle school used to drift all the time. It hasn't drifted since I was in like the 7th grade, and I've had that thing for basically half my life. I'm gonna fight this Tauros because I can. You're terrifying, I think, right? Oh, wait, Stellar, what am I saying? Alright, Bud Press. Look at that swagger! Yeah, you mentioned you were 17, 18 years old. I'm 22. We're decently close in age. I hit myself neat. Ah, good mother. This drift, man. Just hitting my controller a bit, maybe that'll work. Like a certain Alolan trainer once said, if something don't work right, you just give it a good smack. That's what I'm gonna do with this Joy-Con. Alright, he's out of his stellar mode. He can't use that anymore. Yeah, like 4.5, 5 years, it seems. Alright, I'm no longer confused. Body press. Alright, anyways. You hatched the egg. Congratulations to that. And, let me put one of my faster Pokemon in front. And anyone who calls Porygon Z mid, you're a fool. Porygon Z is awesome. I almost want to make a VGC team of Porygon Z just to show people. Porygon Z is not mid. No, neat. Yeah, I turned 22 back in March. And I still haven't made a birthday stream yet, actually. I still really want to do that. The only problem is, can't really find a good time to do that. I missed everything else I have planned and whatnot. That's what I get for being lazy, I guess. Don't even know what I'd do for that stream either. Other than just play various games and you all tell me which ones to play. Well, I was just battling a wild Terramon, you stupid game. But yeah, how does that sound? I just play a bunch of various games and you all tell me which ones to play. Alright, that's a raid, what am I thinking? Specifically a Tera Raid, right? Wild Terramon. Alright, well, we'll plan something. Because of all the Switch games I have, specifically the Switch games. I mean, I've got my Wii U in my little office space as well. Don't have to limit myself to just the Switch games. Ah, blasted, you already fought one. Ah, well, too late. Alright, this is the Terra fighting one. Boom Burst. I really hope Primarina gets Boom Burst in the future. It'd be sick with that move. Could work really well with, like, Storm Drain Gastrodon as well. Or Dry Skin Toxicroak. Part of me almost wants to run Dry Skin Toxicroak on another rain team for my second Kyogre. Uh-oh. Alright, that's fine. We could always reset. I shall make the team again, or the Union Circle, excuse me. I form a group. Alright, your code is 4K LCL3. Actually, that's a pretty neat code, LCL3. That sounds like a phone brand or something, LCL3 phone. Hey, you got the new series LCL3 phone? Yeah, man, yeah, I did. Let me stop. Or the 4K LCL3. Alright, let us continue. Exactly. It's only $200, man. It's a bargain. At your local T-Mobile. Or whatever the Pokemon equivalent to T-Mobile would be. Which is actually a thing in, I think, Lavencia? I don't know. Yeah, the LCL4. And then the LCL5 comes out 6 months later. Alright, catch our rock type. Actually caught a shiny, Alolan Golem, or not Golem, Alolan Geodude earlier today. Don't know if I want to keep it here or just throw it over to Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. I don't know. Fun fact, one of my very first shiny Pokemon I ever caught was a shiny Geodude in Pokemon Heart Gold and Soul Silver back when I was in the 3rd grade. I got 2 shiny Cantonian ones back when the, Isle of Armor, Teal Mask update came out. Literally, like, when the first hour of that shit came out. That was hilarious. And one of them I sent over to BDSP, the other I still have in this copy. I'm running out of space in this game, man. I feel like I'm running out of space every time I catch just 2 Pokemon. Making all my competitive teams and shit. Actually, you're right. I didn't think of that, yeah. We could always do that trade together, like touch trade real fast so we can evolve it. Speaking of which, let me see, is there a rock type around here? Gotta give me my stat vitamins. They're good for your health. Alright, it's a stellar comfab. Part of me kinda wants to fight. But now we can always save that for another time. Yeah, let me go. Yeah, we could do that trade. If you like, we can even do it right now. Alright, where did I put that goal? A Geodude. Here it is. I wish I could use this on a team, which... Maybe I'll make an electric type, like, explosion team. I want to make that another Groudon team, since Groudon's the only restricted legendary I think that is ground type. Am I wrong? There aren't any other restricted ground types at the moment, right? There shouldn't be. Alright, here we are. Look at this man, it's a weird orangish yellow color. He kind of looks like a Cheeto. That was a deep brownish gold color. Alright, whenever you're ready for a trade, just let me know. So we can evolve it. Alright, take a photo of him on swimming. Here we go, we can do our trade. There we are. And funny, I caught this Alolan Graveler right after I evolved, whatchamacallit. Right after I caught another shiny Sinistea. That's my third shiny Sinistea now. The other two I have in my copy of Sword, one of which I also caught in this game. And the other caught before Scarlet and Violet came out back in 2022. I think I got that one in a raid, actually, a Dynamax raid. I mean, if anybody wants the shiny Sinistea I have, I'll give it up. Give me whatever thing you're not using and I'll, I don't know, do something with it. I'm afraid I can't ignore that. Alright, and it should be done evolving anytime. What is the rock cooking, man? Honestly, now you should just make a Tera Fire just to make that joke. Alright, thank you for helping me evolve it. Pretty good on a Rapska team, even. I could even make a... Man, I might even make another Trick Room team with this guy. And then just go, can you smell what the rock is cooking whenever you terrestrialize? Who cares if you're still weak to both ground and water type moves? It don't mean anything. It's all worth it for the joke. Alright. Hey, let's continue our BBQ quest. Or BB quest, maybe? That'd be sick if that's what they called it. Alright, anyways. What else can we do? Catch rock type, pick up items. Oh yes, take a picture of swimming Pokemon. I'm in just the correct biome for that. Alright, let's see, how do we take out the camera? There's nothing here. This Dewpider will do the trick. I should still shiny hunt Dewpider one of these days. Because I remember I was trying to shiny hunt Dewpider back in the Gen 7 games, and I never found it. So part of me kind of wants to shiny hunt one now. Well, knowing this game wouldn't take too long. Oh yeah, and while I kill Duraludons, I have like 3 shiny Duraludons in Pokemon Sword that I caught in this game that I'm not doing anything with. I mean, if anyone wants a spare Duraludon, I'll make sure I have it next time. Alright, terrestrialize them on. A Smeargle. I still gotta make a Smeargle for my, Zekrom team. Which I have that Smeargle, just haven't really done anything with... Well, I've EV trained it a bit, but I'll finish EV training it later on. Smeargle is very annoying thanks to the fact that I can learn pretty much any move it goddamn pleases. Except for a select few moves. Alright, time for the strongest Boom Burst you've ever seen. Until Primarina eventually gets it. Catch a fairy type. We should get some sort of fairy type muck form. That'd be sick. Make it out of fairy dust. Alright, pick up some items. Just one more item we can pick up. Where it at? Where it at? Actually, I am in the coastal biome. This is a perfect time for me to pick up some more stat feathers. Stat wings, whatever. Alright, this poor little Execute's gonna have to die. Alright, Terra normal. Kinda wish you could skip the terrestrialization animation. Kinda like you could skip the Z-move animation back in Gen 7. But no, someone on the dev team thought it was a good idea not to do that. Why? I don't know. In every Pokemon game since then, you could turn off the animations if you wanted to. Nope, you can't do that here. Because they don't like it, I guess. Alright. I'm gonna sneak up on that Surviper. Surviper and Zangoose, I hope they get an evolution. Because, I mean, they're counterpart Pokemon clearly, so if one gets an evolution, the other has to, but other than that. Like, make Surviper part Dark-type, maybe, and make Zangoose part Fighting-type. That'd be sick. Please, Game Freak, make it happen. They need it bad. And pick up more items off the ground. We can always auto-kill things. Flygon, destroy everything in your path. Alright, what else can we pick up? Like I mentioned before, the stat feathers. I mean, I always kind of like using stat feathers for when I don't normally just do the straight 252 EV spread. Like, take my superior I was using earlier in the episode, for example. I have 252 for speed, but for special attack, I think I only have 140 invested in special attack and the rest of HP. So something like that. Just for more complicated EV spreads. Kill him, get him out of here. And we just travel 500 yards. What's this? Steramon? I think that's Terraferia. I could be wrong, though. Terraferia is actually pretty decent on Dragon types. You see it all the time on, like, gouging fires. I think I remember I ran into a guy with a, "Hey, Pokénerd, how you doing today? Long time no see, like this is a Sonic game." Everything's going just fine. They're just catching these raids before they go away. And making VGC teams while we're at it. If you'd like to join in on our union circle, just say the word and we can make a room for you. Come on, man, attack him. What are you doing? Flygon, you're being dumb. Attack. Alright, there we go. Constructing the updates. Alright. Like, were you updating the game, or you're updating something else? Alright, polar biome. You made your own update. I mean, if he's updating a team, that's always good. Yes. I've been updating teams myself as well. I'm currently working on a Mewtwo team. But I have so many other teams. Got my Rhydon, a Koraidon team. I've got my Kyogre team, which has been sweeping things like crazy. The Groudon team that's also a Trick Room team. My Giratina Strike 'em Down Origins Origins Giratina team, excuse me. I have an Origins Palkia team, Origins Dialga team that's based around the Sandstorm. Got the horse teams for both horses. And what sins did you commit? I mean, as long as it's within the rules, I wouldn't call them sins. And a part of me actually, I know it's not, wait a second, is that a shiny Vikavolt? Oh no, wait, that's just Darkbridge Travis, isn't it? I was about to say, I thought that was a wild Vikavolt. Man, you got me there. You got me there, oh boy, you did. But joke's on you, I already have a shiny Vikavolt in Pokemon, Sword. Yeah, actually I really do. But having another shiny Vikavolt would be pretty sick. I don't know, I'm a little tired of seeing shiny Pokemon in this game with how often they show up, I'll be honest. But other than that, like I said, when I'm killing Duraludons to get some money, I always find shiny Duraludons. Alright, now what's the Steel Raid? I'm curious. Steel Dugong, don't see that being useful. Alright, take a picture. There we go. I make a sandwich and use those 3 ingredients. Alright, what did you want to show me before we continue with this BBQ? Hey, that's not a sin. It's annoying, yeah, but that's within the rules. Again, as long as it's within the rules, I wouldn't call it a sin. As long as you ain't one of these little Timmies spamming like freaking 6 Arceuses or something. Once on Pokemon Showdown, I fought a guy who, who used a whole team of 6 Miraidons. I won against him, though. It's alright. Back when the game first came out. Alright, what you want to show me? Hey, shiny Flygon. And he did some attack. Did you heal him? I got a shiny Flygon too, actually, that I haven't really done anything with now that I think about it. Oh, I'm gonna go get him. Yeah, seriously, I was laughing my ass off when I saw that team of 6 Miraidons. Oh my god. It was actually really funny to see. Oh yeah. Let's see here. Where's my shiny Flygon? Because you're doing the Synchro mechanic. You Synchro summon the Flygon. I still have yet to get the Synchro machine. I was gonna make that a separate episode for the Pokemon Scarlet and Violet playthrough, but I got lazy. It's a little too late for that now, I'd say. Alright, where's... Dang, that's not what I wanted to do. Flygon, Flygon. Flygon Nope. I ain't gonna finish that sentence. Alright, let's see. Is this my shiny Flygon? That's not it. It's in this box. Here he is. And there's the boy. Oh, look at him. I could always make it a short. I really don't know how to make shorts on my PC, though. That's the problem. Then I wanted to throw in catching Meloetta there and talking to what's-his-face, the director of this academy. I forgot his name. He's that forgettable. Serrano, I think his name was? Yeah. After you complete the Pokédex in this game. Oh, look at these two. They're already friends. Actually, I don't have a Tera Fire Flygon. I think I should make this one Tera Fire. I've already got a Tera Normal one. I got a Tera Poison one and a Tera Steel one. Which all abilities besides normal Parallel would levitate, so why not? Alright. And you guys are aware of the Jujutsu Kaisen anime, aren't you? Because I have a Darkrai that's named after a certain character from that anime that... I know Darkrai isn't allowed in the format, but I'm gonna make a Darkrai team anyways just because of it. I've been a little obsessed with that anime lately. And look at this man, he's about to cast a domain expansion. Domain expansion, Dark Void. That's Satoru Gojo right there, he's the strongest. Wait, I'm gonna make a team around this guy with, like, Gravity, Male Meow Stick, which pairs pretty well with Dark Void. It could actually bring Dark Void back to its original accuracy. Also, he's getting covered in snow. Never saw that before. Alright, enough of this. Let's go make that sandwich. Oh yeah, you know, let's disband this real fast so Pokenerd can join us if that's okay. Dark Prince Travis. And also, while we're here, Pokenerd, do you have ideas for a fast physical attack and fighting type I could use for my Mewtwo team? Because I'm having a little trouble thinking which one. My top two ideas is Palmot and Sneasler, excuse me. But I'm just not entirely sure about those just yet. You got any ideas, please let me know. Because I already have the other 5 team members I want to use on my Mewtwo team. It's just that's the only one I'm thinking of. Not Dark-type Urshifu. I already am using Incineroar, so type overlap. I'm thinking Rapid Strike Urshifu, but I only have 2 Rapid Strike Urshifus, so I'm using both of those on separate teams as well. No, they're both the same speed, but Choice Scarf Rapid Strike Urshifu is, I might use a... If anyone has a separate, Cubfu, please give it to me. And in exchange, I can give you, like, a shiny I'm not using. If that's okay with you. I don't want to force you into doing something you don't want to do. But anyways, your code is VB635B. Yeah, I don't have any... Yeah, if somebody does that, I can evolve it. I already have the scrolls. Yeah, they're both base 97 speed. Which is a decent speed stat, but that gets outsped by a lot of common things. Which is why Choice Scarf is often run. Because I already do have 2 Rapid Strike Urshifus, but I'm using one of them, my Choice Banded one, on my Terapagos team. And my Choice Scarfed one on my Solgaleo team. I got my Duskmane Necrozma team, my Dawn Wings Necrozma team, which is the one I recently got done with since the last VGC video I did last week. Alright, Jeff, I assume is Pokenerd. If anybody else is ready, now's your chance. Yeah, might as well. Well, the problem I have with that one is I have Ice Spinner on that Rapid Strike Urshifu, and I'm using Psychic Terrain on this Mewtwo team, so I don't want to, you know, sabotage my own Psychic Terrain. Though, it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world, actually. You know why? Because, yeah, I'm not doing that, 11 Dan 77. It's another one of these dang bots. But anyways, what was I saying? No, I have Terra Fighting on it. I want to run Terra Fighting because Mewtwo doesn't naturally learn any Fairy-type moves, so... Besides, I'm already running Terra Fairy on another Mon. Run Terra Fight... Like, for my, Psychic Terrain team back in Generation... Back in Generation, what am I saying? Back in Regulation F, on my Iron Crown Psychic Terrain team, I had Terra Fighting on that with Focus Blast, so I want to replicate that here. For those pesky Dark types. And, yeah, and since it learns Aura Sphere, well, there you go. Alright, let me get rid of this guy, hold up. We don't do bots here. I'll give viewers the old-fashioned way. Thank you very much. I do have a separate Iron Valiant I could use. That does type overlap with another Fairy type I have on the team, though. That's the one problem I'm having with that. But Iron Valiant I also considered, yeah. Because, yeah, Wide Guard, it's fast, you can... Well, I'm already running Focus Sash on Mewtwo, so I can't use Focus Sash. But yeah, I already have a Fairy type on Steam, and you know what, fuck it. Spoiler alerts is Whimsicott. I don't have any separate Tornaduses, so... I need a Tailwind user, you know? But anyways, you know what? Is that everybody? Going once? Anybody else want to join? Now's your chance. Anyway, we already have 2 Psychic types on the team, so Gallade's, I'm afraid, out of the picture. I'm really thinking about just sticking with Sneasler. Excuse me. Oh, God. I sneeze every time someone says that name. But, yeah, you know what? I think that is everybody. Let's get moving. Does get boosted by Psychic Terrain. But yeah, you guys, well, except for one of my 5 team members I have already, so yeah, Mewtwo, Incineroar, Whimsicott, and Dragapult. I've been really dying to use Dragapult on one of these teams anyways, and finally get that chance. I'm really thinking Sneasler just, excuse me, because Unburden Fake Out's just that strong. If, like, I could always Unburden Fake Out, then switch, or I could do that with the Incineroar, because my Incineroar I'm running on this team is a fast one. So I can outspeed other Incineroars. It's not made to destroy other Incineroars like the one on my Lunala team is, which is Terra Fighting Close Combat at max speed. Because, you know, that's unique and whatnot, and different from the others. Alright, I'm gonna go back to the Blueberry Academy so we can continue our BABQs. Which is weird how it spawned us up here. Oh, I guess before I go, might as well see all your Pokemon. Hey, look at that little Indeedee. That just disappeared. It's gone already. Alright, let's see what weird shinies do I have. But yes, Pokenerd, while you're here, there are a bunch of other team ideas I have, like, alright, I already showed this in my last VGC episode I did last week. I got another one planned, which we're done with this video. But yeah. Alright, here's my Kyogre team I've been absolutely dominating with. God, Kyogre, you do not want to anger Poseidon, man. You don't want to anger him. I got my Zacian team. Here's my Miraidon team, which I think is a little... I might need to change up this team a little bit, honestly. Got a Jetpack on this one. But yeah, because I think it's just too many future Paradoxamons here. Here's my Shadow Rider team. I got the one-hit KO Eternatus team, that I call it. And at the moment, here is my Dawnwings Necrozma team that I didn't have in the last video. Oh, you don't want to anger Poseidon, man. You won't like him when he's angry. Those water spots hit like freight trains, son. Seriously. But anyways, let's see, what else do I have here? Here's my shiny Arcaludon I haven't done anything with yet, actually. I mean, if anyone wants a spare shiny Duraludon, I've got a few. Oh, look at this man. Yeah, because I have my Shadow Rider Calyrex fused at the moment. I have a Ice Rider Calyrex team, but because I have Shadow Rider fused at the moment, I can't use it. Again, if I can have both Dawnwings Necrozma and Duskmane Necrozma, come on, you can let me have Ice Rider Calyrex and Shadow Rider simultaneously. Same with Black Kyurem and White Kyurem. It's so stupid. But other than that, look at this man. 2 shiny staple removers that can turn into bridges. Funny how this wasn't a thing in Sword and Shield. That would have been so cool. Eternatus, your size disappoints me, man. You're supposed to be 65 feet, man. You're supposed to be bigger than this mountain or something. This plateau, actually. That's not a mountain, that's a plateau. Yeah, because of this, I really wish you could have more than just, 6 battle teams. Alright, this Chandelure I'm using on my Rayquaza team. And here's my spare Iron Valiant I was telling you about earlier. Alright, here's the Tornadus I'm using on my Sand team. Got a lot of different teams. But, let's see, here's my... No, that's not it. I already have a Grass type, so Hisuian Decidueye I'm definitely not using. Honestly, between Iron Hands, Pawmot, or Sneasler, excuse me, I think I might just choose one of them, honestly. Iron Hands could be decent, actually. And I can run Volt Switch on it for pivoting. Which pairs well with, you know, getting, Indeedee. And, well, I just said it, Indeedee. That's the last team member that I forgot that I didn't mention. Yes, I did, actually. I made a team around Rayquaza. Honestly, of all the teams I've made, it might be the weakest one, really. I'm not fully confident in it, I'll be honest. No, I'm not saying that to be offensive to your Eternatus. It's just, it should be much larger than that, is all I'm saying. That's more a spite at Game Freak. Now, what you got here? Hey, shiny Vileplume. Let me interact with it. I can't interact with it, which is really dumb in my opinion. Alright, let us go back to the Blueberry Academy. Get our BP going. I'm gonna go to the coastal biome. I say that and I go to the Savannah biome. And if you want to, I'll say the team members I have on that team. I already showed it in the last VGC video. Ha! Allergies actually fits. And with its colors, it kinda looks like it has allergies. But, what was I saying? So, my Rayquaza team, Shiny Rayquaza, which is the standard Terra Normal Extreme Speed set, but you know me, I don't like using Protect, so I have Dragon Claw in place of that move, which is right here. Not that one, this one. Most of these run max attack and max HP, I think. This one I have max speed on. So I can outspeed other Rayquazas. Actually, I don't have every snack in the game, but that's okay, I don't really need them. I think the only ones I'm missing Rayquaza snack, I'm missing Raikou snack, Glastriers I'm missing. I think those are the only ones, and Ho-Ohs, I believe, and Groudons. I think all the other ones I already have. Yeah, it makes sense. It's weird how Vileplume doesn't get normal Spore, though. I mean, I guess it's not a mushroom, that's why, but still. It's based on one of those really big flowers that taste like raw flesh or something, like rotten flesh or something. And no, not the Minecraft item. Oh yes, let's make a sandwich. I like making sandwiches. Alright, everybody, come on out. Alright, let's make a sandwich. Alright, if you want to join, I'll let you join. Alright, hold up, back out of that. Hey, a shiny Entei, neat. I don't have a shiny Entei in this game, but I shiny hunted Entei back in Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon. And I think I have a shiny Entei in my copy of Pokemon Shield as well. Okay, let's see here. We've got... Why don't we use tomatoes? Let's see. You need your protein, so let's throw the eggs in there. And because I can, apple slices. And it doesn't say just 3 ingredients, you could put 4, so let's get some more vegetables in there. You know what they say, man, great vegetables. Name that reference. And yogurt because I can. And I'm running out of picks as well, I gotta buy some more of these. Alright, give me some nice apples. Little stars in the middle that kind of look like they came out of Animal Crossing. No, not VeggieTales. Hint, it's a game made by Atlas. You know, the people that Sega happens to own. Oh, not the people they own, but the game company they happen to own. Ah, no, my sandwich fell apart. Oh well, that'll have to do. Yeah, I like spicy things. Like I said back in my Pokemon Sword Nuzlocke, who doesn't like spicy things? Oh, I can find flying types, I guess, or I'm finding ice types. Alright, that BBQ is out of the way. Here we go. Alright, let's see. There's always ketchup. You hate spicy food? Oh, man. I really like spicy things. I don't know. It's not everybody's cup of tea. It makes sense. Alright, let's see. We got ourselves a raid, it looks like. Unless that happens to be one of our BBQs, then if it is, I'll just leave you to it. Yeah, screw it, why not? Well, this is the perfect snack bait for my, normal Ursaluna, so why not? Alright, come on, Bear, you got things to eat. It's my cousin over here. Those rock-type moves ain't gonna do anything. Yeah, if anyone does have a spare Cubfu, I'll go get one of my shiny Duraldos or one of my shiny Sinistes if that's a fair trade to you. Probably even give you a gold bottle cap. And again, if you want to trade it, don't let me pester you into that. It is part electric type and part ground type. Or were you talking about Jeff? Slash, Pokenerd. Oh. Yeah, the electric rock. You know what? It's okay. As long as I can get my swords dances off. Whatchamacallit? Headlong Rush is gonna kill, so this is fine. Oh, you should be fine then. Even if you die a few times, we'll be okay. Alright. Get the burn off. Imagine if we could terrestrialize into 2 separate types. Yeah, that'd be way too many Tera hats. You'd have to make a total of 153 of those. I'm kind of glad they didn't go that route now that I think about it. It would be extremely unbalanced. Like, who wouldn't just run Fairy Steel on everything, right? Or Dark Poison on everything. I don't know. Ah, Blaster, you healed my status effect. I mean, you kind of had to. You didn't want the Vaporeon to die too quickly. But that's okay. It'll activate after this turn. Alright, Rock Slide. That won't do anything. Alright. And now you must die. And it's fine as long as you don't take away my stat buffs. That's what matters. And you're dead. Alright, now you die. Okay, never mind. I was wrong. That was a crit, too. Are you serious? +6, and that was boosted by Guts. And that was super effective. And I'm max attack. That's okay. Yeah, no, that crit was pretty unnecessary. I mean, it wouldn't have mattered either way, but yeah. Or was that the crit you were talking about? Alright, I at least should still have my +6. Yes, I do. Haha, the electric type Giga Impact doesn't do anything to me. Alright, if I can get off just 2 more Headlong Rushes, we'll be fine. Though you are hitting me quite hard, my defenses are lowered. Alright, here we go. Does that break the shield? Not quite. Oh, never mind. You finished it up where we win. Everything will be A-okay. Yeah, it did have Galvanize. I mean, since it was a 6-star, it's very likely to have its hidden ability. I was hitting you with body presses. I didn't know that, huh. Since Galvanize is such a strong ability, I hope more Pokemon get that ability in the future. Look at that spicy herb. Alright, let's just continue. Anyways, what's my 6-star raid? 6 Fire-type Skarmory. I don't think that's useful. I mean, I guess it's good for taking opposing Fire-type hits? I prefer Terra Dragon or Terra Ground on Skarmory. Those are way better than Terra Fire. Terra Fire's a little for it. I mean, I guess you could hit Steel types for super effective, but Skarmory ain't an offensive Pokemon. Alright, how close are we to the center? Actually, pretty close. Might as well go make a TM. Well, as one of you already are. That's not my raid. Alright, traveling over 500 yards as a collective. Yeah, I'm gonna fight that Dodrio. Get over here. Dodrio is another Pokemon I hope gets some sort of regional form in the future. Like, I remember seeing, back when Sun and Moon was coming out, I remember seeing a lot of, like, fan art of Dodrios being based on, like, flamingos or something. And they're a water flying type. That'd be pretty nice. Yeah, get your Sworder's Dance off while you can. You won't be able to use it. And body press. Ah, your Thrash missed. Alright, coastal biome. Let's go there next. Take a photo. I can kill two birds with one stone with that, actually. We need to find a normal type. Alright, there's a deerling there. Let's take a picture of you. That's going on my wall. I could make a TM. How close am I to the main? Oh, right there. Made a lot of TMs in the last time that I was up here. Well, not the last time I was up here, but I was gonna make some, like, anytime I'm making any movesets, I guess you've got the TMs. Alright, I'll leave it to you. But anytime I'm making movesets, I really gotta replenish some of my, body parts, Pokemon body parts. For when I'm using, like, Body Press or Trick Room. Alright, I can sneak up on him. Where are we? Ah, that Geodude. And I hate when they can just turn around like that. Alright, I'll sneak up on that Tyrogue instead. You know what would be neat as well? What if we got a new Hitmon form? Like, I don't know, based on a different type of fighting style. That'd be pretty cool, right? Alright, let's see. Hitmonlee, Hitmonchan, Hitmon top. So, I'm thinking, like, what if Hitmondo, maybe? Oh, dang. Got a lot more BP than I'll ever have. I think the highest I've ever had was around 12,000, but again, I used it up all on using Duraludon tarnishes. Because again, the item printer could give you a lot of things that makes money. Pretty much my best way to make money, unless everybody else has a better way to make money in this game. Well, back when the game first came out, I knew about the I almost said Ace Attorney. The Academy Ace Tournament money-making method, but I don't know. I'm not entirely sure you're supposed to set that up. Okay, let's see. Catch Fairy type, Pokemon in flight. Is there anything flying around here? Probably the worst possible biome for that. Oh, there's a body of water over here. I could take a picture of a swimming one down here. Actually, wait. That's right, Geodude counts as flying. Yeah, I'm out of control, that's what I thought. Alright, so it's better that I don't do that. Don't want to mess up my controllers. Alright, well, I'm gonna make me a sour sandwich. Here we go, sandwich time. Alright. Oh, let's see, I need to save my avocados. Just for when I hunt for Duraludons to kill them. A bell pepper would be pretty good here. And some cherry tomatoes. Alright, yes we do. Alright, sour. 1, 2. That sandwich looks somewhat radioactive. Alright, pull up you here, put you here. And over here. Alright, there we go, and the sandwich is done. Well, the bread didn't fall off this time. Got real close to it, though. Real sour, right? Ah, come on, my character's tough. She could take sour. She'll take spicy and sour on the daily. Alright, what will that quest be? Please don't tell me it's the Ditto one. That's gonna suck if it is. Alright, what is it? Alright, catch the Pokemon that matches the limited hints you've been given. Alright, let's see, what does that hint mean? Wow! Such vague hints! Jeez. Alright, so I need to go find a Camerupt, which should be found in this biome, actually. Seriously, what a vague hint. You're right, game. This is so difficult. I can't remember if Camerupts are found either, or normal. Like, it's either found in this biome or in the coastal biome. I don't remember. Plus, I'm pretty sure they're the only, besides Primal Groudon, which doesn't exist in this game. But I think they're the only fire ground types, too. So again, that wasn't hard at all. And then again, this game is made for kids primarily. But yeah. So it makes sense that these are a little simpler, let's just say. Even though most of the Pokemon fanbase nowadays is older people in their 20s, who mostly grew up with the franchise most of their life. Yeah, you know, it's found in the coastal biome, so I'm gonna go fly over there. It's gonna take me a while before I get up there. Or Camerupt, they're both the same typing. Now it's in coastal, at the top of the mountains over here. They kind of look like the mountains in Hoenn, actually. Like around Mount Pyre, I think. I don't know, it's been a bit since I played a Hoenn game. Alright, here we go. We're here. And it seems like somebody already beat me to it. Or beat me to coming here first. Alright, which one of you? Nothing I need here. This Tera Raid. What is this? Fire-type Bastiodon. I like that Bastiodon's a little better in this game than it was in older games. Oh, here we go. I guess if you're catching one, I found mine right over here. I'm good. Hey, this man is chasing me. He don't like me at all. Alright. Hey, that means I can talk to Snacksworth. See what other prize I can get. Maybe another Rayquaza, I don't know. But anyways, what other BBQs can we do? Alright, take a picture of a swimming Pokemon. There should be one right over here. Yes, a Dewpider. Part of me actually wants to catch another Dewpider and make a Tera Ground. Since Ground does resist both Rock and Electric, the only two types it's weak to. And hits both of them back for super effective if you want to use it offensively. Seriously, Tera types are just so cool. So many different things you could do with them. Alright, auto battle, catch one Pokemon, take a picture of a Pokemon in flight. Confess should count, because floating Pokemon counts. Alright, what else is there? Alright, give your Pokemon a nice wash. I shall do that one. Alright, am I on a slope? Yeah, I can't make picnics on a slope. Alright, this surface should do the trick. Alright, he's already doing it? Okay, then. He beat me to it. Tera Dark Shield on, don't need it. Alright, auto-battling. Let's get Flagon in the front. Because these survivors don't know who they're messing with. That's config, don't want to deal with right now. Oh, let's go into the tunnel. Nothing in the tunnel. I think about it. I could have put Torkoal on my Trick Room Sun team. I don't need 2 drought Pokemon. Maybe it's for the better that I didn't. Don't really have any space on that team to do that either. There we go. Camerups attacking me. Good Flygon. Kill them all. And we should get rid of this Dupiter. Dupiter, it's an Araquanid. I wonder if Araquanid could even get an evolution or some sort of regional variant in a future game. Legends of anybody? Mega Araquanid? That'd be pretty sick. Alright, any other swimming Pokemon around here? Dupiter, get out of my way! Alright, I don't have any eggs, I won't be able to do that. Kind of hate that that's one of the, requirements for the BBQs, just hatching eggs. You might not always have them. It takes a little bit for you to get one, too. It's not as fast as in previous games. Yeah, I mean, I guess it's for the better, because, I mean, without the daycares, it definitely, I mean, that means you can just make Pokemon eggs pretty much anywhere you want, but I still prefer the daycares in some way. Alright, swimming Pokemon, that's easy. There's a Finneon. Man, give Finneon and Lumineon an evolution or something. Another set of older Pokemon that need some sort of extra love to their life. Why not, right? Alright. Gotta pick up these stat feathers. Man, Alolan Dugtrio is still the worst of the Alolan forms, along with Alolan Persian. Which, weirdly enough, isn't in this game. And, yep, I'm gonna kill this Alolan Dugtrio right now. You are a mistake, you should have never been conceived! Like, I remember when people were seeing leaks of this, people thought it was going to be ground fire type, but nope, ended up being ground steel, which is the better type combo. I mean, at least the origins of it is pretty decent, being based off of Pele's hair, which is found in Hawaii, around volcanoes. Alright, perhaps I can catch a normal type. Any normal types around here? Alright, and we just need one more of those, and then we can do another group BBQ. Swimming Pokemon, I could do that. There we go, that one's finished. Alright, 30 in auto battles, that's easy. Attack the execute, thank you. Attack the Toucan Sam. No more cereal mascots around here. I'm just kidding, cereal mascots are cool. Speaking of which, you know what I just thought of? Like, you know how we have like Tony the Tiger or Buzz the Bee for Honey Nut Cheerios and... who else? Let's see. Toucan Sam, like I just mentioned. Do they use those same mascots for cereal in the Pokemon world? Shit, that should be a pretty good Pokemon question of the day. Yeah, fuck it, that's our question of the day then for this video. Do you think they use Pokemon as cereal mascots in this world, and why? Or why not? That should be our question of the day. Maybe they just have their own brand of Pokemon Cheerios or something like they do in the real world. Alright guys, make a sandwich with a few ingredients. Why don't we do that? Yeah, Toucan and Sam, that's right. Or Tony the Incineroar. Alright, make a sandwich. But you know Tony the Incineroar, and part of this battle's breakfast. They're great! The flakes for fuel on frosting for VGC. Who I know about half the VGC community, including myself, might have just gotten angry at that. Oh boy. Anyways. Alright. Sandwich with 3 ingredients. Make it sweet, why not? And salty, I'm salty. I might like spicy flavors, but I'm not the biggest fan of salty flavors. That's because I don't like the feeling of dehydration afterward. And friends unite. I'm kind of drawing... Oh, wait a minute. There's the Cookie Crisp mascot. That would be like Mighty Anna or something, or Houndoom. If you'd like to take the picture, no one will stop you. I mean, hey, it's already confirmed in the... Well, maybe not confirmed. Like, fast food names based on Pokemon names, like Kanto Fried Chicken or Olive Garden. Or Pizza Haunters. All of that stuff. Like, it'd be the same with cereal mascots. Can't wear school uniforms? Yep, the salty taste came in there. And now my character has to drink a bit of water. Anyone got a bottle of water? A fresh water, if you will? No? Alright, that's that BBQ completed. Yes, I'm done. Alright, let me guess. The group one is for a group photo. This is a Viper. Get out of my way. Just because of that, now you die. Earth power. Alright, yep, take a photo. Let's see where everybody else is. Oh, look at that. You're all in the same area with me. Alright, I'm in the picture. There you go. The blasted selfie sticks. Alright. Yep, that Viper deserves it, man. I honestly forgot how you strike poses. Clearly that's not how. Oh, that's how. Okay. And I'll just clap a little bit, I guess. Oh, wait, I'm still wearing my SKU uniform, right? That's so dumb. Why is that a part of the requirements? Alright, fine, hold up. Let me change. I gotta change right out in public. Somehow. Let's see, other than the school uniform. League Club outfit. Alright, you know, that'll do. Yeah, I'll just go with this one. I guess I have no other choice. This should do the trick. That's goofy. I'm not doing that. Does this count as a school uniform as well? Okay, it doesn't. Alright, let me change back to what I had before. That was the summer... Which uniform was that? Alright, it was this one. Okay, cool. Yes, I'd like to go with this outfit. Anyways... Oh, what's next? Alright, is there any normal types around here? Yeah, Zangoose. Zangoose, I want to battle. Or maybe an evolution for Zangoose could be part ground type. To hit Vipers are super effective, while an evolution for Viper could be part ghost type to take any normal damage. Something like that. Pretty interesting dynamic, if I do say so. So, you know, they evolved to fight each other. Alright, I'm gonna release it, because I don't need it. Hey, let him eat, man. He needs his strength, after all, to be a bike. If he doesn't have that strength, he can't turn into one. Let's see, there's wild Skarmories, you can find wild Pikipeks, or wild, Fletchling. Oh, never mind, he's hungry for me, apparently. Alright, goodbye. We don't need that anymore. Oh my jeez. Why is he eating me? I was just changing my Pokemon. I guess this is what I get for releasing that poor Zangoose. I'm running out of box space. Cut me some slack. Oh, an actual flying Pokemon. Floating Pokemon count too, so you could take a picture of like Geodude or Tentacool. Or not Tentacool, Geodude, Inkay. I think Inkay counts? No, maybe not. But I know Geodude counts, Comfey counts as flying. There's Vibravas in the Savannah biome you could take a picture of. Yeah, the bug definitely doesn't count, sadly. Just go to the canyon biome and take a picture of an Alolan Geodude. That'll work just fine. No, I'm very sure about that. I'm as sure can be. Yeah, I'm pretty sure our own bikes do not count, sadly. I think that would probably make certain BBQs a little too easy. Dang you, balanced gameplay. Name the reference. Alright, Savannah biome. You got yeeted out of the what am I call it, the Union Circle? Alright, well, if you're a little bored, that's okay. It's not what I wanted to do. Mandibuzz, you're underwhelming. Alright, well, this video has been going on for quite some time, and I gotta finish the Mewtwo team, so we'll finish up a couple more BBQs, and that'll do. Yeah, sadly, he's not here no more. Yeah, I'm just gonna take a picture of a Geodude or something. How much BP do I have, anyways? Almost 5,000, close enough. Yeah, just best I go fast travel over to the canyon biome and take a picture of a Geodude from there. It's the easiest way to get that BBQ done. Alright, here we go, and take the picture. Alright. Good, you don't have sturdy. Don't need you delaying the inevitable. Never was the biggest fan of that ability. That's not what I wanted to do. Oh well. Can't sneak up on him. Alright, that doesn't count as me sneaking up on him. I guess he already saw me. Also, level 69, ha. Nice. Ah, look at the Tipig. Y'all gotta stop hating on the pig boy. Yeah, I think Urshifu could be the best fighting type I could use with that team. I better go see if anybody has a spare Kung Fu. If anybody does, please let me know and I'll send some offers. Guess somebody already did that. Alright. Another thing, I really wanted to use Blastoise on one of these VGC teams as well. Makes me a little sad that I don't have the chance to do that at the moment. I was gonna make it like Tera Dragon and run it with like Dragon Shear. Or run another Mon with Dragon Shear. Alright, once I hit 5,000 points, I will be getting rid of the Union Circle. And we're almost there. Oh, we can claim victory in a Tera Raid real fast. Why don't we do that? Like, it should be like a 3 or 4 star raid. Make it nice and quick. This was a Tera Dragon Bastiodon. Here you go, if you'd like to join, there it is. Don't really know what I want to use for this team. Or not this team, but this raid. I just use the ultimate Black Kyurem that I'm using on my Snow team in VGC as well. Which can be interchangeable between Black Kyurem and White Kyurem. I do have another Kyurem trained up. And I do have a spare Reshiram I could use to transfer it, you know, to White Kyurem. So I probably should test that one out too before I go live. I can tell you, Pixel, yeah, I don't think anybody runs Q-Charm Sylveon. Pretty much nobody does. Pixelate's just that good over it. The ultimate Kyurem. Someday we should be able to see the original dragon. Someday. Alright, Scale Shot. And he's soundproof. Which does happen to be its end ability. My defense has dropped, but my speed has risen. Oh, look at that damage. And again, Bastiodon's just another victim of the high or low HP. But anyways, Bastiodon's another victim of the low HP and high defensive Pokemon. I never understood that design philosophy that Game Freak has with a lot of their Pokemon. Like, look at Colossal, for example. It's got high HP and good defense stats. That's how you make a defensive Pokemon. Don't give it high HP and low defenses, or low HP and high defenses. I never understood that. Alright, and I think that will be it. I'm going to stop the Union Circle, or going to go talk to Snacksworth real fast just to see what legendaries I've unlocked. To probably just go catch them off screen if I need them. Depends on how badly I guess I need them for any teams. Alright. And now that'll do. Alright, hold up. Let me end the Union Circle first. Alright, thanks to both Dark Prince Travis and Pokenerd for joining me with this. Yeah, seriously, Rock Steel. Look, I know it's part Steel type, and Steel type tends to go really well with a lot of types, but Rock ain't one of them. Just Rock is not one of those types. Quad weakness to fighting, and, whatchamacallit? Quad weakness to both fighting and ground. It depends on how you look at it, but you have a Steel type that, or a Rock type that doesn't resist fire moves. It depends on how you look at it. You can look at that as either a bad or a good thing, so, like, the good part could be a Steel type, or the bad part could be a Steel type that does that, or, excuse me. The good side is it's a Steel type that isn't weak to fire, but the bad side is it's a Rock type that that doesn't resist fire, you know? You can think of it that way. That and offensively, neither type's too good either. Neither type can touch. Steel types for even neutral damage, just not the best. Alright, who did I unlock this time? We got Glastrier. Okay, not bad. Honestly, Dragon Steel would have been really badass. I know Giratina already, not Giratina, Dialga already existed in the same generation, but still. Which maybe is why they didn't do that. Ah, my internet went out. Ah, whatever. But yeah, Pure Steel would have been better. I mean, hey, they realized that mistake with Aggron with its Mega Evolution. Which actually made it better getting rid of the Rock type. Alright, and what was the other one that I unlocked? Rayquaza. Ha! Asking you shall receive. I think that means the only ones I'm missing now is Raikou and Groudon, I'm pretty sure. Ah, whatever, I don't really need another Rayquaza, but I'll likely go catch one. I already have the Entei treats as well. I already caught my Entei, I'm good. Part of me almost wants to go catch Rayquaza real fast, but nah, I think I'll just do that off screen or in a future episode. I don't know. But I'm gonna go back to Moltenavera. Go sell a few things, and that'll do. Yep, I already caught my Necrozma as well. Go catch yours, man. Get your Duskman, Necrozma, or Dawnwings Necrozma. It's up to you. Actually, part of me might just say fuck it and go catch Rayquaza right now, actually. You know what? Let's see. Should I? Because, I mean, y'all really like Rayquaza's theme, right? If y'all want me to catch Rayquaza, we can go do that real quick. Just let me know if you'd like to see that. That's selling all the good things I got. As I'm poor, ignore the $3 million that I have sitting there. However much that'll be in USD. I mean, that's just, I mean, if that's what you want to do, yes. That's up to you. But anyways, if nobody would like to see me fight Rayquaza, then I believe that shall be the end of this episode with the Sandy Shocks and Iron Thorns raids. If y'all want to see, if y'all enjoyed what you see here and you want to see more, please leave a like, comment, subscribe, and follow. Hit with the vids you see on screen now on YouTube, and that bell button for more. May I give a special thank you to Dank Prince, Travis, and Pokenerd, as well as who is the other person that was watching earlier. Forgot their name. Ah, you know what, hold up. That was Hundo Hunter 24, who also joined us today. Giving a wonderful thank you to the three of you, plus this video is sponsored by the wonderful people at W. Just hit the link in the description below. Use the code provided to get a wonderful discount on your wonderful energy drink order. I recommend that Dragonade flavor. Plus, what did you like and dislike about this video? And you can also become a channel member on YouTube, so you can get exclusive content like my Pokemon Insurgence playthrough, as well as my game development ideas. Answer the question of the day about, do you think they use Pokemon as serial mascots in this world, and why? Plus, what did you like and dislike about this video? We can use that feedback for future vids. Let's end this off with a quick raid. Let's see of all the people we have on here who happens to be live at the moment. Alright, it looks like, well, no one's live at the moment, so I'm afraid no raid today. But anyways, thank you all for watching, and have a verific day.